not written by anybody. It was.
These are 11. So they're the same size as mine.
Yeah. Well, yours are more like yours are more 10 and a half.
10 and a half, 11, depending upon the brand.
We're more 10.
The Firello LaGuardia was only 5 feet tall.
Yeah. It's usually, it seems like small people have really destroyed this world. If you look at it like Napoleon and Stalin.
Napoleon.
Well, LaGuardia just got a shitty airport.
Did not destroy the world?
I said Firello LaGuardia.
Napoleon did not destroy
No,
the world.
LaGuardia just had a...
Napoleon was a fuck. He was a guy. I mean, he was a good guy.
There's an airport named after
Napoleon was like, I mean, you know, to me, that just makes me harken back for the good old days, Napoleon, because, you know, George W. Bush is an idiot. Like, got no class, no charm, no nothing, no power, no nothing. He's just in a family which is controlled by people who have a lot of money. But Napoleon was like an incredible guy. I mean, you can criticize him all you like for all the things he did, but he was an incredible guy.
Yeah, I found myself...
but he did.
No, but I did criticize him a lot.
He did some bad things, but I mean, do you know much about him, Napoleon? I mean, he went and he dominated these countries. He dominated all these areas, and he brought like all these liberal policies to these areas. I mean, he was like a dictator who went and like forced people to have like a more open mind.
Who brought up Napoleon?
What were the liberal policies?
He brought in like
minimum wage,
types of education, you know, which had never been. He was really quite. He brought in, you know, he was like, if you look at it in Marxist terms, he was not your typical guy who just set out to like milk the feudal system. Not at all. He was like, he was out of.
But I mean, there ain't much you can say about the French in general, anyway. I mean,
but they required.
Isn't it George Thorogood?
He hasn't flushed for years.
Oh, isn't it George Thorogood?
Who now? The biker?
Singer.
George Thorogood, yeah, and the Delaware Destroyers.
Isn't that what I said before? But you thought I said Delaware?
You were talking about George Latimer, who I think was mayor when you were looking at
George Thorogood, I thought, was a singer that sang Bad to the Bone and, you know, Become an Eagle, things like that. Non-fascist songs.
Do bikers like piss right off the bicycle, or do they start?
Right now,
I had a nickel for every time heard that question.
Does it? You know, they're going very fast. Does it spray on the guys behind them?
If I had a nickel for every time that I heard that question.
This is where the term golden showers first originated.
I think it was from a woman that was laying on the floor while a guy was pissing on her, and I think she said golden shower. I think that's where it originated.
Bring May flowers.
Bring golden showers, bring May flowers. I think that's it.
I'd like to say something to our audience. For those of you who are considering golden showers tonight, hey, Spicy.
Well, I'm just a little confused. Who are we talking to? You're saying something to the audience.
Yeah.
You know?
We're talking to this like invisible other.
He's making a direct address.
I just prefer to address the audience. If you prefer to go up to somebody and like talk to them without addressing them, it's your choice.
Well, go ahead, undress the audience.
What was I saying?
We're gonna have to have one of
something
those,
about if you in the audience are contemplating a golden shower.
Yeah, if you're thinking about a golden shower.
Include him.
No, I don't want to be involved.
You tell them what foods to eat, that sort of thing.
Asparagus, always a good
make
scent.
it golden. Yeah,
Nothing like that. No, I would just say that before you do it, rush off into a private part of the house and just think for a minute and think, why am I doing this?
Are you doing it for the right reason?
Yeah, are you doing it for the right reason?
Are
you really going to get out of this what you think you're going to get out of it?
Are you urinating on the person you love? I mean, that's the most important.
Is the person urinating on you?
Okay, well, I mean...
Or either way.
Some say potato, some say potato, right? You know what I'm saying?
I'd like to say something to the audience.
Okay. to Joe.
If you
Joe's
are,
not.
you know, one of the huddled
No, you don't
masses
ever come back to me.
yearning to breathe free, golden showers probably aren't going to do it for you.
What? How
I was talking to the
How do you
audience.
know?
Experience
Yeah,
speaks
yeah,
for
is this-
itself.
Is this
I said
experience
probably.
speaking?
Now, if Napoleon was speaking,
You have that funny smell to you. It's a funny kind of.
Funny or funky?
Get Bam here, look. It's looking special.
Big sexy.
Big
this
sexy.
is Big Sexy. Who
Over here we
bowled
have-
okay, but he didn't want to
sexy.
show his hand.
I suck.
This is Slim Sexy.
No, Slim Sexy's
Oh, I'm sorry, Slim Sexy's over.
Slim sexy.
Slim Sexy. And for those of our critics that say this show looks like a
See
home
that?
movie, duh.
Slim sexy.
This
We have
this
critics?
brings something.
Yeah, people,
over to-
there are critics that say, it looks like a home movie.
We sexy.
Who are these critics?
They're losers. We don't
We
have to worry about
Sexy.
it.
I don't think there are.
This is We
No, it's
Sexy.
critics.
I want to make a point
Over
here.
here we have dead sexy. Dead sexy. Dead, whether or not what they look like.
Their teeth are missing.
How's that?
Joe's like, Joe cares.
Yeah, blonde doesn't do anything. I don't like.
Really?
I mean, it doesn't do anything for me. It's
Well, what's a perfect 10 to you?
perfect 10 to me is like, I think Indian women are like, not American Indian, but like Indian from India. That's what those. I mean, sometimes I see women from India. That's my, yeah. That's what I think.
What's your fantasy?
Well,
Should
that's
be
like
like Shiva?
that's like
Them and Halle Berry.
Halle Berry is pretty hot, but no, I see.
Says grudgingly.
Even grudgingly. I'm not sure. You know, I'd like to be there in person with Halle Berry because I'm not sure what the film is doing. You know, I think maybe her legs are a little stubby or something. Can't tell though. Can't tell. Maybe it's not true. But no, I think I like those women from India. So,
Well, that's a good.
how do we get on the subject?
But I like that. It's a good
Several,
comment. I mean, as far as getting beyond what the stereotype of a beautiful woman is. You're right. I mean,
Towards
I'm not getting
stereotype
beyond,
beauty of women.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
I was
I mean-
joking. I was joking before about the blonde. That's sort of the stereotype. I mean, I think women that are about 4 or 5. I mean, you laugh, but I mean,
No, I like midgets.
I've been
too.
joking throughout. You know, this episode, other
they
episodes.
say things like you're so
Lupe
big.
can take it back. I can take it back too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what were we talking about though? What was the issue?
Libertarian, I think, we were taking it back. That was the issue. We're taking it all back. Rectum.
Oh yeah, yeah. That to me showed your conservative colors there, because like
I should say.
that was cheap. That was it's not that often that you're cheap on the show, and you know you called out James Anderson or whatever when he was cheap on the show, and he was irresponsible is what he was. Now,
piece of shit. Oh, sorry.
now, when I'm talking about a woman's ass or whatever, you know,
Ladies' bottom. Is
ladies'
what
bottom,
Ladies' bottom. Yeah, that's
woman's
right.
ass.
He was
Talk
in the
about-
bottom.
talk
So what's
about
up with
ladies'
that?
bottom.
What the hell, ladies'
Ladies'
bottom? I mean,
bottom.
talk about a euphemism.
That's some lady. Adult
He's-
talks about a
you know, I'd
child's
take
ass,
crap
isn't it?
for saying rectum. Pardon the pun, but
Yeah.
you know, and
But anyone who, when we're in the midst of talking about a lady's bottom or a woman's ass, however you want to put it, like if you're talking about J-Lo's ass or whatever it is,
I'm not that impressed by J-Lo.
oh yeah, you wouldn't be. But,
He's got enough ass for all of us.
I think she's part Indian.
Oh, Native American Indian or
India.
yeah.
India? Because we can slam the people from India because they got the nuclear bomb.
Likely to be terrorists. according to our president.
Oh, sure.
You know, yeah.
George W. Bush, I mean, he's not as stupid as he looks and sounds and is.
I disagree.
He's exactly as stupid as
Exactly. He is
Well,
exactly.
I disagree.
as
See, now I'll be the only one that'll defend him tonight.
Okay.
Because, I mean, what? I mean, if you've seen Lord of the Rings, elves are wise, and he is a fucking elf. I mean, God,
Shady.
No, he's nothing like an elf.
no, I think
He's not half as bright as an elf. He's more like a.
No, well, you have
No,
to
no,
see.
he's
like
one of the-
Elrond or some
No,
shit
he's
like
one
that.
of the dwarfs. He's one of the one.
Yeah,
a
he's
dwarf.
like Gimli.
He is. He's like a,
Gimli,
like
that's
he's a liar.
Son of Loin.
And a braggart. He's like one of these braggarts.
Like Tolkien the
continually
fascist.
pointed out
Gimli,
how
son of
stupid
Loin.
he is. But back to a lady's bottom.
oh yes.
We're talking about a lady's bottom, and we had Bicey last week take this cheap shot where he's talking. He says,
I don't even.
"Oh, you're talking about so and so's rectum." Like we're proctologists, like we're talking about some sort of medical procedure or aspect. That's what when a guy sees a woman's ass and she walks by and she's like, you're not thinking rectum. It's such a lie.
I don't
It's such
really think you
it's a
should
cheap
say
shot
what-
there.
tell me what
Cheap
I'm
shot.
thinking.
Cheap
What do you
shot.
mean, cheap shot?
I don't get that.
You
I don't
can't be
understand.
like saying like when we're talking about women's asses.
No, we're not.
You're
You were
not.
talking about ladies.
Ah,
That's
right,
an
exactly.
entirely different thing.
Is it?
And I
Yes,
think
So you think
I think the
ladies' bottoms
distinction-
harkens to rectum?
Yeah, there's some. I think there's a real.
What? Rectum is like a child. That's like where you put a rectal thermometer in the rectum.
Yeah, and the whole idea of
Into
being
an
a lady
adopted child,
is something
no
that's
doubt.
degrading. You know, it's
Lady?
it's
Being a
it's
lady?
Imprisoning. Yeah, I mean,
No fucking way.
don't be a lady, be a woman.
Oh, yeah. and
No, bottom
Lady
sounds
Bird,
demeaning. You're at the
Johnson.
bottom of the barrel.
Bottom sounds like what a pedophile would be talking with children about.
Yeah.
Going,
See that?
so we don't want to talk about bottoms. We want to. You haven't talked about.
You're right,
rectums
maybe
and
there is a
asses.
I
child
don't think it's fair to
connection.
accuse me of a cheap shot when you led me down that
Ooh,
path.
I led you down that path. Okay.
Evil man, you. There he is, Mr. Anderson.
I can talk
Mr.
about-
Evil.
If you can't
This
deal
guy's Mr. Evil? No, wait.
if you
I'm
can't
the only conservative.
The other guy's Mr. Evil.
You guys should see
And I'm
this.
even a fraud. as a
now
conservative.
wearing that shirt, people start to.
We're going into like surreal mode here. I hope you like that.
Maybe you'll be able to see
Maybe a
this in
shot of
black
his
and white,
shirt.
but there's some blue in here. Even.
This shirt gives the impression
pretty good
that he
with the
like
sandals.
goes on. He goes like
Check out
to
the sandals and the shirt.
Hey, let's get the like the.
Got the proper
This is
color
the
on.
floor shot like on Soul Train. Let me go up there.
I bought the sandals because I thought they worked well with the shirt.
It's the sort where he goes to the all-inclusive vacation package, where they stay in the little resort where like every meal is like completely paid for.
Well, other people, I've always said if you can't be around your kind on vacation, when can you be around them?
Right. Sure can't be around him when you're in the fields. God knows.
Well, Bicey spent a lot of time in the field.
Well, I mean, you pick cotton, Marshall. I mean, you're just one of the few.
I've noticed that I'm taking a lot of abuse over the last several weeks.
I think that's unfair.
Well,
I
it's
mean, as the only concern
because
that I'm
you take
sticking
these
up.
cheap shots about rectum. It's like, yeah, I bring up lady. The word lady and rectum, they're very rarely brought together, my friend.
I think that's a mistake.
You talk about a lady's rectum. Is that what you're saying to me?
No, I'm saying that if someone's going to hold herself out as a lady,
She
Not have a rectum.
she deserves any abuse that
No,
we
I
can come up with on the show.
I think as a lady, we wouldn't call it a rectum. We'd call it just an asshole.
And see, now you're doing this whole gender switching thing again.
Lupe in his gutter mouth.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Gutter sexy.
Gutter. But I crawled down the gutter.
Lupe you get a good look at the woman's rectum when she's cleaning out the gutters.
Yeah.
We should open it up to the public to have you email us at, what's our email address?
I don't know, but we wanted love letters.
I got it.
Flavors.Notfield.
Educated bowlers at
All one word?
yahoo.com.
That's pretty easy.
That's right, baby.
Educated
seems
bowlers.
much
Can you
more
spell
accessible.
educated? If you can't, fucking switch the channel right now.
Educated bowlers
at
yahoo.com.
yahoo.com.
All right, send us what we have so far.
If
is-
you're watching the show,